All right, guys, so we're back. This is game 2. We are currently in the final round of Swiss, Epik, Friday night locals.
Round 5.
Round 5, so this is the last round of Swiss. These are the two undefeated. We have Billy Break and Fili Luna, two very distinguished players. Billy playing Burning Abyss and Fili piloting his Light Sworns. So Billy won last game, pretty convincingly sealed the deal with a nice Vanities play. Fili decides to go first, and he plays the...
Plays Aaron the Light Sword.
Aaron, the one that is like an Iru. That's just all I know. It's a 6 samurai card.
It attacks a defense position monster and returns to the deck before damage step. So, and then it mills 3 at the end of the turn. Fili played both, set, and ended his turn there.
So this is interesting because Billy did set 1 card, but he did set 3 back row. So he's saying, Fili, attack me. I got back row right now.
Right, and it looks like we can see in Billy's hand that he sided in light and darkness mirror. Sorry, not
light and dark.
light and darkness, light and prisoning mirror. So we know he sided that in, and he doesn't play any. Well, Dante actually is a light monster, isn't it? I believe Dante's...
Is Dante the one? Dante's the one light monster.
The one light monster, but I think Billy will play around that, knowing Billy.
So Fili summons a Luna and doesn't use his effect yet. He doesn't want to hit one of the back row, I guess, but he attacks with Aaron. Okay,
he had the MST. He knew he wanted to wait for the light imprisoning.
He wanted to bait out the light imprisoning. That's what it was. I agree.
Looks like it was an effect failure face down.
Okay,
I couldn't tell, but yeah, it looked like it was an effect failure.
So Billy choosing to conserve his Burning Abyss monsters, knowing that Fili could probably get around it. So that was a really smart play by Billy.
With the smart play, and Billy has a second light imprisoning mirror in his hand already, so he knows he can play the second one. He baited out the MST.
So yeah, he didn't want to get hit by the Luna. Okay, so he hits the Phoenix Wing Blast. He decides to just let it go. Something about Phoenix Wing Blast in this deck is really strong because, again, the Burning Abyss monsters, they have no requirements for how they hit the graveyard. So as long as they hit the graveyard, they get their effects. But Billy opting not to use it.
Not to chain it. I think...
I don't know what I would have done.
I don't know what he has in his hand
other than that. Sir in his hand. And if he has Sir in his hand, Sir special summons from the graveyard. He has no other Burning Abyss monsters in the graveyard, so the engine's not going, so it wouldn't have helped him.
Fili goes into level chain, obviously, to send something.
He's going to send something, or maybe he's going to stack. We don't. I guess I can't really tell, but more than likely send maybe like an Eclipse Wyvern to get that.
Wyvern to get the JD. He's got JD in his hand, but get the second one to end the game quickly. He doesn't want Billy setting up.
He might send the Elemental Dragon. It looks like he's thinking about it as well.
Yeah, the
Blaster.
Blaster. Send Blaster. Blaster allows him to destroy a card as well without destroying the whole field. I don't know what Billy would
that would be if Blaster was in his hand, though.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so he sends Raiden. So you know what? I think why he sent Raiden is because he wants to increase his Lightsworn monster count in his graveyard.
I'd say, I mean.
So that's why, because he probably doesn't. He used the Aaron and the Lumina, right? Or excuse me.
Aaron and Lila.
It was an L word. I knew it.
He's already, and he knows if he discards another one, that's 3, and he doesn't want to mill Illumina to the graveyard.
I think Billy just passed. So Billy took his turn and passed.
He set
1 and passed. He set the other light imprisoning mirror. We know that. So he passed, and Fili uses again. So he's now JD is now live. That'll be really important.
Well, JD's live, except for the fact that now it is live because Wolf didn't go to the graveyard or didn't get special summon because light imprisoning mirror negates in the graveyard effects as well, and that's where Wolf activates.
And it doesn't negate effects that activate in the hand, am I correct?
No, it doesn't. Just field and graveyard. So
JD, there it is.
JD, but he's just going to attack over. Billy didn't have any response. Looks like
Billy decides to scoop. That was a pretty quick scoop. I think it's because they want to conserve time. Billy, one of the players who knows when he's lost the game and doesn't want to drag it out.
Yeah.
He didn't have any Burning Abyss monsters in his hand to really get going.
Yeah.
Which, going back to his deck list, I kind of agree he needs to be running those 3 mathematicians to get his deck running. So anyways, we'll come back for game 3 in just a moment.
Alrighty.